Hey everyone, I'm Cassie.
I'm Dana.
'Tis the season, as you can see.
We've decked our halls.
We're going to be talking about some of our best-selling and also your favorite classic Christmas fragrances.
Yes, I think these are a few more like traditional Christmas scents, very wintry, very recognizable. And we can also share some of our personal favorites that might be a little bit different.
Yeah, or maybe you want to do something that's a little twist on a classic.
Well, we really can't talk about Christmas scents without Fraser Fir.
Yeah, the GOAT.
And it is for a reason.
Yeah.
It sells out every year. Thank you and sorry.
Yeah. We do our best.
It is one of the best pine scents that I have ever smelled.
I mean, when I think of a Christmas tree, I think of Fraser Fir.
Absolutely. If you haven't tried it, highly recommend it.
Yeah, and what are you doing? What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
All right, so we have it right here. Let's give it a little sniff just to refresh ourselves. Yeah, I mean, it's just classic pine. There's like a little citrus in there, just a touch.
But it's very like Christmas tree farm.
Yes.
Very natural pine.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of spice or more like traditional Christmas spice scents.
Yeah, this is when you're walking outside in the Christmas farm.
Yeah.
This is when you're walking around the Christmas tree farm, picking out your tree for the year. I mean, it's so true to life.
It's beautiful.
And it comes through beautifully in candles.
It's a great background scent.
Oh, yeah.
As well. It's not overpowering, but it is very strong.
And it's really exactly kind of what you want this time of year.
Quintessential Christmas.
Yes. Just the classic. Can't go wrong ever.
What if I wanted to go wrong?
I always want to go wrong.
If a classic Christmas tree is not quite your vibe, but you still want something a little woodsy.
Yes.
Personally, I would go with Redwoods and Moss.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
It does not scream Christmas, but it's very woodsy, a little earthier.
Yeah.
A little bit like Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
I think that I'm going to be burning this a lot this holiday season.
Honestly, it works as a year-round fragrance, I think, too. Just because it does have that really pleasant woodiness, too. There's like some mossy earthiness in there that's really nice. But, I mean, if you position this as a Christmassy pine tree scent, it's totally believable.
Yeah, Redwoods and Moss will come down to branding.
Yes.
It's perfectly acceptable all year round. If you wanted to market it as a Christmas scent, you would not be lying.
Nope, not at all.
What about you?
I would have to go for dry gin and cypress.
The original Santa Daddy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, if you just want kind of like a little boozy punch in there with your pine, this is the way to go.
This is upscale Christmas.
Yes. Classy Christmas.
Yes. Cocktail party Christmas.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You definitely get a nice kick of gin there right off the bat.
Ooh, dare I say night before Christmas?
Ooh. Yeah, definitely get that botanical punch, like the juniper, the other like herbal notes in the gin. And then you get that really nice, beautiful cypress. I think it's very clean, very high end. You know, if you do a more luxe line for your normal candle line, this is a good one to do for a holiday scent.
This would be very nice for like Bath and Body as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. Classy. I think
classy.
it really is the word that comes to mind there.
All right, so for our next really classic holiday fragrance, Wassail.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
I almost exclusively burn this during the winter months. You can do it all year round for
you
sure,
want.
but something about a nice spiced mulled wine is really warming.
Yeah.
And I love this.
Yeah.
I do.
Here we go, wassailing.
Yes. Oh, to wassail.
You get that nice fruitiness in there. Definitely the nice holiday spice, some cinnamon, some cloves, some...
It's almost like a simmer pot.
Yeah, it
in
is
a
like
lot
a
of ways,
simmer
too.
pot. Yeah.
Really
With just
lovely.
the nice, like, deep addition of that red wine.
Yes.
It's really lovely.
As much as I don't want to talk about alternatives, if you were going to, if wassail's not your thing, what would you suggest?
So my suggestion for an alternative would be Pomegranate Bitters.
Ooh.
Because it still has that nice kind of like deep fruitiness to it. But it doesn't have the spice. You know, you get that like sort of botanical herbiness to it. Almost a little bit of like a pine tree scent. But it's definitely pomegranate forward.
And it's underrated. This is a fantastic blender. And I think this does add some sweetness and some bitterness to a lot of pine scents as well if you wanted to spruce up your spruce.
Yeah. This is another one I think is just more like high-end feeling because it kind of takes that, nice pleasing fruitiness that the Wassail has, but, it elevates it a little bit with some more just kind of off-the-wall notes a little bit.
Absolutely. It's an unexpected scent.
Yes. What about you? What would be your alternative?
For me, it is orange pomander.
Oh, that's a good one.
I do actually burn orange pomander all year round.
Yeah, I understand.
I like it with a bit of fireside.
Ooh, I don't think I've tried that.
Yes. So if you want the bitters, go pomegranate bitters. If you want a little bit more sweet, orange pomander. But it has a fiery note to it.
Oh yeah.
It's that like clove spice.
It's warm and fruity.
Ooh, yeah.
Strong too.
Very strong. Add a touch of fireside and you're golden.
Oh, I bet that's amazing. What's our next classic we're gonna get into?
If we're talking classic Christmas, cookies for Santa.
Of course.
And Snickerdoodle.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously.
Snickerdoodle.
Yeah.
Some may argue gingerbread, but I'm a Snickerdoodle girl. And I think it is a very cookie scent. It's very gourmand, but it's not too sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely get that like cakey cookie scent, really strong. The cinnamon, vanilla.
Yes.
I mean, it smells like a fresh batch of Snickerdoodle cookies, which I love.
Classic bakery scent.
Yes. Really nice. Yeah, I mean, no one would be mad about that.
It's a very non-offensive cookie.
Yeah. Maybe if like a classic cookie scent just wouldn't work really with the aesthetic of your line, I think something like black cardamom and cream would do really well.
Ooh, she fancy.
Very fancy. It has those gourmand sort of notes to it a little bit. You're getting a little cream, you're getting a little vanilla, a little bit of spice from the cardamom. It's definitely cardamom forward. But it's just really nice and kind of luxurious feeling. It's like almost a gourmand, but not quite.
Yeah, it does not scream cookie. It does not
Yeah.
scream bakery, but there is something delicious in there.
Yeah, there's a touch of sweetness, but it's not too sweet. And then there's just that nice, warm background creamy note.
It's very complex.
Yeah, very
nice.
complex.
Would fill a room very nicely.
Oh yeah,
as
it's
well.
a strong one. What about you?
I'm going to bring it back the other way and go iced Gingersnap.
Ooh, that's a new one.
It is, and I did not expect to like it as much as I do. I like a cookie with a little bit of snap, a little bit of sugar, and this just adds that little bit extra to something like a Snickerdoodle or a gingerbread.
Oh, okay.
It's a little sweeter, but it's not overwhelmingly sweet.
Yeah, it has that nice ginger kick.
Yeah, it's a little spicy, but it's well balanced. From cookies, let's go to cranberries.
Oh yeah, cranberries. The original cranberry apple marmalade. One of our best sellers, which means it's one of your best sellers too.
For me, this is one of the best like transitional scents from fall to the holiday season.
Oh yeah.
It's great when you have people coming over. It's great when you're cooking.
Yeah, it's juicy. It's a little tart. It's a little sweet.
You could spice this up if you wanted to.
Yeah, there's a little spice in there already.
But it is lovely on its own.
Yeah. Now, if I wanted to sort of kick this up a notch, I would have to go with Cranberry Prosecco.
Ooh.
It's a newer one. This was from our fall holiday 2023.
Yes. It has been jumping in popularity, though.
Yes, you guys are really liking this one, and I totally get it. You're still getting that nice tart cranberry, a little sweetness, and then that just really like delightful, like playful effervescence from the Prosecco.
You got the bubbles.
Yes, this would be a great, great, great New Year's fragrance.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that bubbliness it has.
Oh, this is a fun scent.
It's fun.
Perfect for New Year's. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. What about you?
That's tough.
It is
That's
tough. Yeah.
For me, I'd probably go white currant.
Ooh, interesting choice.
Yeah, it is.
I love white currant.
It's not bubbly.
No.
But it is tart. So if you like the tartness of Cranberry Prosecco, try white currant. See what you think. Ooh, it's sharp.
It is
It's
sharp. Yeah. There's some lemon zest in there, I remember.
There is. There's a tartness to it, but then it kind of evens out.
Yeah.
Those mid and bottom notes really kind of make it
When
a
there's
complex
some
scent.
like eucalyptus or juniper or something in there too that keeps it really kind of like wintry and chilly.
Like a great like winterberry scent.
Yeah.
Winter woods. Anything frozen, really. It's sharp. It's nice.
Yeah, still fruity.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Thank you.
Yeah. It feels very high end to me too.
It does. I would probably say that is a very elegant option.
Very elegant.
Again, if you wanted to make it Christmas, absolutely doable. If you didn't, no problem at all.
It's great blended with white birch too.
White birch is one of my favorites.
Yeah, always.
Always. We would be remiss to not mention Christmas Hearth.
I mean, it's in the name.
It's so good for Christmas.
Yeah.
And you know what? There is nothing that, says you can't use this all year round, but it's perfect for Christmas and it sells well every year.
Yeah, you get holiday spice, you get a little smokiness, you get, I don't know, maybe some cranberry or something in there.
There is a touch of fruit there.
A touch of fruitiness.
But it's nice. It's bright. It's merry.
Some woodsiness. It's just very jolly.
It is. It is a jolly fragrance. It just kind of reminds you of Christmas. It's kind of a nostalgic scent.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost gives like craft store during the holidays. Good, in a good way. I mean, people love that smell.
I do, yeah. Like Bago pine cones.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I would venture a guess, though, that it could be smokier.
It could be
for
smokier.
you, as well for me. So what would you recommend?
Well, I do love the smoky scents, and I'm going to go for something quite a bit different, but I still think it's in the realm. So I'm going to go for Suede and Smoke, which does have plenty of good smokiness for me.
That's classy Santa.
Yeah, if you get that nice leathery suede, definitely a good amount of smoke. Yeah, it smells really just comforting to me.
Suede and Smoke, I think, is also criminally underrated.
Yes, a great blender.
And smoky scents are not for everyone.
They're not.
I absolutely understand that. Leather scents are not for everyone.
Yeah.
It can be, a little niche, but I do think when it is so well balanced that it comes across as just a great scent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So if you like the smokiness of Christmas Hearth, you wish there was a little more smokiness, maybe something a little more like on the masculine side.
This could be something like Santa's Boots, Cigar Lounge vibes type of thing.
All right, what's your pick?
I would probably go super, super traditional here with something like Frankincense and Myrrh.
Ooh.
Not a scent I use all the time.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it is appropriate for the season. And Frankincense and Myrrh for me it does have a touch of sweetness to it. So it's a little less smoky, but I don't know, something about it just says Christmas for me.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has that like ambery, like resinous sort of feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just nice.
But it does have a nice sweetness to it that keeps it pretty well balanced, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good alternative. So lastly, we cannot talk classic Christmas scents without vanilla eggnog.
It's the Christmas drink, perhaps?
Yeah.
Besides hot cocoa.
Yeah, I do love some eggnog, I gotta say.
Yeah, we should probably get some.
Yeah, can we do that?
That'd be so good.
Fetch me some eggnog. Yeah, you definitely get those just like strong, like kind of custardy eggnog vibes. Vanilla, obviously. A little bit of the holiday spice, a little cinnamon, a little nutmeg.
It's a fairly straightforward
straightforward
scent in terms of the name heavily implies the fragrance notes, which is great. Sometimes classics are best. You could always add some cinnamon, vanilla, things like that.
Or you could add a little whiskey to it to kind of up the boozy factor.
Very true. Oh, but that is good.
We do like having a nice strong eggnog.
Eggnog.
We do like having a nice strong eggnog.
Yes.
At my house.
Oh, this is, yes. This is very good.
Yeah, classic. Can't go wrong. But if you did want to do something a little different, maybe something like vanilla chestnut.
Ooh, okay.
You're still getting the vanilla, as the name implies. But you get that nice nuttiness from the chestnut. And there's also just a hint, it's really in the background, and you might not notice it at first, of some pine in there.
Oh.
It adds a nice freshness.
I have not smelled this in quite some time.
It's a good one. I think it's a bit underrated.
Oh.
Because it is gourmand, but it's not super, super sweet.
No, if you do not like sweet scents, but you're still looking for something with a touch of vanilla, vanilla chestnut.
Yeah.
Very chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Yes, it's a good one.
Like, I can almost taste it.
Yeah.
Like, in a good way.
It's good with a little fireside, too, to, like, up that roasting on the open fire kind of feel.
Honestly, is there anything that fireside doesn't make better?
I can't think of it. What's your pick?
I'm going to say sweet vanilla caramel.
Oh, okay. So I went less sweet. You're going to go more sweet.
This is absolute polar opposites.
Yeah.
On the spectrum.
Something for everyone.
Ooh, but this to me is like you're baking in the kitchen, you're smelling the batter, you're drinking eggnog. Yeah, this is sweeter.
Ooh, it's sweet.
Yes, than I think I would normally use.
Yeah.
But there's something about it, especially in a candle.
It's very caramelly.
Yeah.
Which I love caramel.
It is a well-rounded sweetness. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
And you could booze it up. You could.
Oh, you could. Absolutely. A little whiskey would be really nice in there.
And that would mellow down
Yeah, the sweetness.
the whiskey just a bit too.
Yeah.
The kick from the whiskey and the
Yeah.
sweetness from the sweet vanilla caramel.
But I think we can't talk about vanilla fragrances without mentioning velvet vanilla.
100%.
Yeah.
This is our non-gourmand vanilla.
It's so good.
It is. Most vanilla scents kind of invoke the idea of,
Yeah.
delicious baked goods, cakes,
Yeah.
cookies, things like that. Velvet vanilla is none of those things.
No.
You would not want to eat this.
Well, I mean, maybe you would. I'm not going to judge, but...
I might.
And then there's this really pleasant note. I think it's linen that gives it that, like, just warm, cozy.
Yeah,
It's very elegant.
This would be a great inspo for something like flannel, sweater weather,
Cashmere.
cashmere. Absolutely. There's something that I just kind of like want to wrap myself up in.
I know. It's cozy.
Yes, absolutely one of our coziest scents.
Yeah.
Very high end,
Very.
upscale.
Yes.
I forget how much I like this every time I smell
I know.
it.
It always surprises me because it's like, oh, a vanilla. Like, I've smelled vanilla
Yeah.
before, but you haven't smelled it like this.
No, you haven't. Think again.
Yeah.
This is, I can say with all certainty, my favorite vanilla
Oh,
scent.
100%.
that we
No
carry.
question.
Oh, and honestly, perfect for Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, all year round, but I mean, you can absolutely make it work really well for the holidays.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Without being like in your face holiday.
True, which
Yeah.
not everybody wants to be.
Yeah. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope you and yours have a fantastic, warm, and wonderful holiday season.
We'll see you next time.